The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here to bring you guys 9 freebies for August 2024. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Well, let's go ahead and get right into these freebies. The first freebie I got for you guys today is from Fractured Sounds, and it's called Blueprint Epic Grand. So basically this is a grand piano. It sounds like this. So it doesn't sound bad at all. You've got some controls in this thing like you do with most of Fractured Sound stuff. So you're gonna get to mess with color, height, stereo width, reverb. You've got a little bit of control underneath the hood, so you can mess with the type of reverb, the size, the dampening, and the modulation. And then over here, you have some more controls too. And this is kind of cool because you can offset the sample start. So it kind of sounds a little more realistic. So let's go ahead and start right here with the color. So that's kind of cool. You got hype right here. So let's just add in a little bit of compression. You got stereo width. And then next to that, you got reverb. I'm just gonna play a reverb. I'm gonna turn it up, down, and then I'm gonna go in here and mess with a few of the different reverbs. That shimmer is kind of fire for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on Hall here for just a moment. And then I'll show you guys what I was talking about here with the sample start. So that's pretty cool. And then you also have miking over here. So you've got 3 different mics on the piano. So you got close, mid, and far, and then you got mid and side processing here. And then, you know, you can change the perspective however it is that you want to. So that's pretty solid. Not a bad little piano. I'd recommend checking it out. It is for the Contact, the free player. Fractured Sounds has a bunch of other sounds that you can check out as well. All right, guys, and the second freebie that I have for you guys today is actually an oldie but a goodie, but they stopped giving it away for free. But they're going to give it away for free for a limited time only. It is Finisher Micro by UJam. When you open up Finisher Micro, it is going to look like this. I know I did a top free plugins of the year earlier this year. And shortly after I released it, they took it off the market. So for everybody who was interested in this, it is back. Basically, this is just a one knob effect plugin. There's a bunch of different effects in here though. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. Well, we'll play the piano first. All right, now let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on real quick and we'll check it out. And with this, you can turn up the amount right here. So that's pretty cool. And then down here, you can either scroll through the next preset, and the next preset's gonna be a different effect, or you can scroll through it like this. And as you see right here, these are all the different effects that you have in here. So you get a whole bunch of stuff, different filters, different kind of choruses, just all kinds of different stuff in here. Phaser, flanger, all that good stuff in here, different delays. Just a very solid little effect plugin, in my opinion. It's something that you can grab and you can throw on a sound real quick. You slap it on there and you'll get results really quick. All right, guys, the third free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from Somerville Prototype, and it's called Antiquarian Echoes. When you open it up, it's going to look like this. This is basically a guitar that's been run through some pedals, through some tape, and it's a lot of like paddy sounds. So it's not like a regular sounding guitar. This thing basically sounds like this. So it's kind of got a unique sound. I'll go ahead and play a few more chords for you so you can hear what it sounds like. There are some presets, and I'll go through a few of those for you guys as well. So it sounds pretty dope to me. If you hit these cogs over here, boom, bam, you've got a mixer that you can mess with over here. And then you got your main. So you've got cutoff, resonance, attack, release that you can mess with. You've got some different presets here. So boom, as you see here, all these presets do sound different. Go ahead and go to the next one. That's kind of cool. Sounds like, you know, Storm or something like that. We'll go through just a couple more of these things. There's only a few of them in here. All right, we'll play one more. So as you guys can see there, it's a pretty good plugin for pads or something like that. If you want some unique pads, maybe a little different than what you got, you know, it's free. Again, I'll leave all the links for this stuff below in the description. All right, guys, and the fourth free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from IK Multimedia. If you look here, it looks like they are giving away a bonus for Amplitude CS. So they're giving away a free orange 120 and matching cabinet. So like it says here, during August, you can install Amplitude CS. It is free. And they always give out free amps and cabs and all that other stuff. So I would recommend grabbing it because I'm always going to let y'all know when they hand the stuff out. Turn up the heat this summer with the legendary tone of the orange OR 120. From the first note, you'll hear the vintage, hand-wired, and very original sound of this killer British powerhouse. So I'm not familiar with this. Obviously, you guys know I hardly play the guitar, but I got it pulled up in Amplitude. So I'm going to let you guys hear what it sounds like. So this is what this guitar sounds like without it on there. All right, so now let's go ahead and pop open Amplitude 5 real quick so that you guys can hear what it sounds like. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like in Amplitude. Obviously, you're gonna get the amp and the cab, and then you can move the mics around and stuff too, and it does make a difference in how it sounds, which is pretty solid. And then this is what the orange is gonna look like. So you have these different controls on this thing, but this is what it's gonna sound like now. So I'll go ahead and turn this off for just one moment so that you can hear what it sounds like again without the amp on here. You know, so you can mess with the controls, the gain, and all that other stuff. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that real quick. So again, another one I recommend grabbing. This is only free for a limited time only, just like Finisher Micro. So, you know, if you need a good amp, a good cabinet simulation, I would recommend Amplitude CS anyway, because it's free and they always give away free stuff for it. And the 5th free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from Mantra. It's called Borealis. I'm absolutely not sure. I'm not even joking this time. I'm not sure how to say this. I probably could have Googled it, but you know, this is like a reverb plugin, and it's like a lot of Mantra stuff though, where you get to move and everything's interactive on the screen and stuff like that. It's a pretty solid little reverb. What I did was I put it on that guitar that I just played for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and play that guitar again for you guys real quick. That guitar sounded just like this. Right? And so now once we throw this little reverb on there though, we can get it to sound like this. And so with this thing, you get control like over the size, tilt, modulation rate, dry, wet, and then you get control over some other stuff here. Down here at the bottom, you can mess with some more stuff. So under here, you can mess with the rate, the intensity, the shape, all this stuff. You can do some pretty cool stuff underneath the hood. As you see here, which makes this thing really dope, you know? So let's go ahead and mess with some of these controls real quick so you can kind of hear what this reverb sounds like in action. So basically, you know, you can make the reverb on the higher frequencies and the lower frequencies pretty solid. We'll go ahead and pull it down a little bit. And we got this modulation rate right here. So you can hear it modulating that reverb. And then you got this, I don't even know what this is, but it's something. So it's not a bad sounding reverb. Again, you get a lot of controls. You can do a lot of stuff underneath the hood. You know what I'm saying? And really mess with it and get it to do what you want to. You can change the shape and everything. So not bad. And you got different modulations too. So you got 3 different modulations, envelope follower, pretty solid reverb for free. There is a full version though that has, I think it's either 12 to 16 different reverb types. So if you like this one, you could probably check out the full version too, if it's something that you're interested in. But that one is pay to play while this one is free. All right, and then real quick, I'm gonna let you guys hear like this little loop that I put together with all of the little sounds that I've used so far, because the other plugins that I'm gonna talk about, they don't really affect this loop. So I'll go ahead and play this real quick so you guys can hear it. All right, guys, the 6th free plugin that I have for you guys today actually came out last month, but I didn't cover it. But I definitely want to talk about it because I think it's kind of interesting. It's from Audio Things and it's called Moon Echo. So when you open up Moon Echo, it is going to look like this. I'm not going to go into their definition of this. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Kind of, it's like basically, you know, those videotapes that you see of the moon and it sounds all weird, like the static and all that other stuff. This basically adds that to your sound. What's cool about this though is because you can use this for like lo-fi beats or really whatever you want to. If you're scoring a movie and you're doing space stuff and you need these sounds. I have it on this piano. The piano sounds like this again. All right, now once we throw this moon echo on, it's going to start making that, you know, that moon noise right away, or that static noise right away. So you can hear that echo that it's giving. They've got a bunch of different presets in here, but first we'll go ahead and mess with a few of these controls. So you've got time feedback, moon dust down here, the Doppler, then you can turn it on or off if you want to, and you can turn it off like that. So you see, it sounded pretty cool. It's just doing some weird stuff. You got feedback and stuff over here you can mess with. So just a unique little plugin. I'll go ahead and go through some of the presets because they've got some pretty, you know, interesting sounding presets in here, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and just turn this back on and push play. I think this one's fire right here. I would mess with that on a lo-fi beat. So just an interesting plugin. You know, obviously it's a little bit different. It might not be for everybody, but if it's something for you, go ahead and grab it. I'll leave it, again, linked with everything else below. The 7th free plugin that I have for you guys today is another reverb, but it's a ducking reverb, and it's called Ducking Space. So when you open up Ducking Space, it is going to look like this. Oh, it's got a cute little ducky down here, and it says quack, quack when you click on it. But this thing just basically ducks. So it basically will sidechain your reverb for you. So every time a note plays, the reverb will stop. So that note will come in and then the reverb will pick back up. So again, I have it on this guitar. The guitar sounds like this without the reverb on there. All right, so now once I throw this Ducking Space on there, it's gonna sound like this. So you can hear it ducking the reverb there every time that note hits, because you hear how long this reverb tail is right now. I have it up very high on everything. Every time a note hits, just listen and you'll notice that it's ducking that reverb for you. So you can hear it pumping that reverb for you. You got controls right here. So you got control over the actual ducking, and then you have control over the speed of the ducking. So you know how fast the side chaining kicks in. So I hope you have headphones on. You can clearly hear the difference when it's up and when it's down, because right now the reverb is just playing through the whole thing. So in my estimation, I feel like this would be very fire on some vocals or something like that. So it would cut that tail out and it would clear up a lot of muddiness in your mix or something like that. very easily. You wouldn't have to sidechain that reverb or do a whole lot of automation or anything like that. You can just throw this on there. So then every time you start speaking again, the reverb will duck and then the tail end will go, you know, until the next word you say. So another one I would say worth checking out. All right, guys, I got 2 more freebies for you guys. I'm not going to lie to you, though. I did not download either one of these, but they both did look interesting, so I thought I would bring them up and talk about them. The first one is by the usual suspects, and it's called Xenia. So when you open up Xenia, it's going to look like this. It's a free Waldorf Microwave 2 XT emulation. This is in beta still, but it's a synthesizer, so it's a vintage synth emulation. All right, so let's go ahead and check this thing out in action and see what it sounds like. I mean, she sound thick and she thick. It doesn't sound bad though. I mean, again, something worth checking out if you're interested in vintage sounding synths. You know what I'm saying? I'd recommend grabbing it. And then the last thing I have for you guys today comes from Vox Samples. So as we look here, they just dropped Vox Tune, which is a free auto tune or auto pitch correction plugin. So it's only got a few knobs here. You've got your keys, so you can go through your key. You've got smooth, then you've got scale. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I did download this one. I thought hard about it, and I decided to myself, I'm not going to horribly sing and do something I don't normally do. I'm not hopping out of my comfort zone because y'all know I can't sing. So I didn't feel like singing and then auto-tuning it. So it's something you can check out for yourself. I'm pretty sure Sky Jordan will probably do a review on this at some point in time here. I might already have one on his channel or whatnot, but this just isn't for me. But it might be for you because I know a lot of people use auto-tune. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully I could help you guys out with the 9 freebies for August. If anything else comes out, obviously, you know, I'll let you guys know in the news report. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.